Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Valley Life and Wells Fargo Friday. And I'm standing in a gorgeous building right now with a man that is making a lot of this stuff happen, and especially for St. Agnes. I'm probably making him embarrassed right now by putting too much weight on his shoulders. But Mr. Rod Webster, how are you, sir?
Good. I'm doing well. How about you?
Fabulous. And as a wealth advisor, I mean, what better person to be talking to about raising money for different aspects of our community? But you've kind of taken a different approach now and getting more involved with St. Agnes. Tell me a little bit about how that came to be.
It came about by a friend and client, Marv Smith. Marv Smith has been on the board foundation for 20 plus years. Worked with Marv, and he approached me about working with the hospital as a board member.
Right.
And volunteering and help in any way I can. And I said yes. We didn't actually have a long discussion.
Didn't take much time for you to say, you know what, that's a perfect fit for what I can do.
It is. And as I got acclimated with the board, there's a few other people that I know that feel very, very passionately about what they do. And I believe there's 20 plus board members, and they are all very passionate about the hospital and the care.
When you hear about a great company like Wells Fargo that really encourages its employees to get involved and get that volunteerism spirit going, you think there's got to be those folks that are just like, okay, it's just what the company wants me to do, I'll make it happen. Every one of you that I've talked to have the same kind of story like you do, that a guy approached and said, hey, can you help? And you said, absolutely. That didn't take much thought. That's kind of the spirit around here that Wells Fargo's created.
It is. We believe in volunteerism. From floor to floor, I see a lot of people involved in a lot of different nonprofits, whether it's their local school for their children, other hospitals, the food bank. So we get involved.
When we kicked off the first Wells Fargo Friday with David, and you know, here's the man behind the whole vision, standing out there on the street selling newspapers. It kind of got me thinking that the sense of this is it is a community effort, and that's kind of what Wells Fargo's mission statement is behind this. You guys are here, part of the community. You even mentioned to me before the show that your daughter was born at St. Agnes. So I mean, this is personal.
So it is very personal.
Right.
As I was talking to Greg and thinking about some of the things that we were going to talk about, I said, yeah, it's a special place for me because both my daughters, Caitlin and Chandler Rose, were born there 7 and 10 years ago. So yeah, great job. And so yeah, it is very personal to me.
Now let's talk a little bit about the vision of St. Agnes. A lot of people realize when you're starting to put the sticks up on any building, it's cheaper to get construction done at that time than go back in, start tearing floors off and attaching to everything. So you may not have had the money at the time then to finish out this 6th floor, but you thought, let's put it on first while it's cheap in that part of the construction, and then we can fill in the technology as it comes behind.
Yeah, absolutely. If you can get a shell built, and then come back and do the tenant improvements, it saves everyone time and money. Trying to add a 6th floor to an existing building with cranes and a bunch of other things, right, probably not the best idea. So there was some good vision and leadership in actually completing the show for the 6th floor.
Sure. And you know, sitting with the group that's making all the decisions too. I mean, how much is this going to really help St. Agnes and start alleviating some of the pressure that's on the lower floors?
I believe there's 28 rooms that are going to be completed that will help the south wing, and another 10 special care rooms. Sure. That's going to help alleviate something on the 2nd and 3rd floors, I believe.
I think it's part of the great vision you're having too. You know, our population is aging and we're living a lot longer, which is fabulous. And so you're also then attacking that part of the critical care environment, I guess, with senior management. So you're, again, it's just right on the cutting edge with the technology.
It is. And I've only been on the board 18 months. And so I've learned a lot about the medical industry. Right. And it's a learning process for me also. And so some of the things that you just mentioned is exciting.
Sure. And Rod, one great thing about your position is, again, being a wealth advisor, I mean, you kind of understand what it takes to fundraise and make those funds do something. But when people give to a certain charity or a nonprofit or any kind of foundation, they don't know where the money goes. They've given it and it's kind of done its thing. You're kind of like the middleman in all of this. You help the fundraising and you also make sure that it's used to its best efficiency.
So the good thing about the hospital is very transparent. Right. Anytime you donate and it's specified, you get to see it at work. Sure. Whether it's medical care, whether it's the 6th floor, you get to see it. Now,
so going from paper to now you walking out, punching the button on the elevator, the doors open up and you're actually seeing things are being cut and laid in and all the lines being pulled in there now. It's really happening.
It's pretty impressive for those gentlemen to get up there, the welding, the electrical, and then seeing the finished product. I've been able to watch it from just a shell with nothing in it to the things that you saw yesterday.
Right. Getting to hear, sitting in the room, getting to hear some of the personal stories too, that these type of expansions, when they alleviate some of the pressure and really help out the community, it goes farther reaching into the community. That's got to be fun for you when you get a smile on your face and saying, you know what, we built that.
Yeah, as a whole, I think the community is underserved in terms of hospital beds, and so 28 means a lot. It doesn't sound like a lot, but it is a lot.
I love it. Well, Rod, I'm going to let you get back to the wealth management because I know a lot of people need some advising, so I'm going to let you make that happen. But thank you so much for your time. I sure appreciate it. And folks, we'll be back with some more Wells Fargo Friday in just a moment right here on Valley Life. Don't go anywhere.